This is NPR News. I'm Emily Bright. Does it feel like more and more people you know are getting COVID-19 in recent weeks? Well, if so, you aren't alone. Our APM Research Lab colleague, Elisabeth Gawthrop, surveyed her readers, and 75% said they felt like COVID was more prevalent in their circles. So we thought it was a good time to check the official data on COVID in Minnesota, and Elisabeth joins us now to do just that. Hi, Elisabeth.
Hi.
So first, what were people saying in your survey, and what are the caveats we need to be aware of there?
Sure. So I'll start with the caveats, which is that this was a reader poll, so it's not, a randomly sampled scientific type survey, but we were curious about what people were experiencing. We've had a lot of COVID amongst our own group, so that was part of what inspired it. But, as you said, 75% said they felt like COVID has been more prevalent recently, and of those 75%, more than half said it seemed like it's been more prevalent since any time since last spring when we saw the decline of that big Omicron wave in early 2022.
Is there a clear trend line for Minnesota in recent weeks?
In recent weeks, much of the data has been fairly flat, I would say, even though, we know that's not the best data source. Hospitalizations have actually been on the decline. They're actually lower than they've been since last spring.
Elisabeth, I know you got a batch of data from the metro region today. What is that new data telling you?
As far as wastewater, COVID levels in wastewater. That new data has a slight decrease from the week before. I would say overall, though, relatively similar to what we've seen in the last couple of months.
Are there any areas in Minnesota with an increase?
So as far as specific areas in Minnesota, the CDC puts out a community level rating. This week we have seen more counties pop up in that high risk category from a combination of increasing hospitalizations and case rates in those counties. Let's say West Central Minnesota, Douglas County, Pope County, and Stevens County are all right next together, and they're all in the high risk. And then way down in southeast Minnesota, the very corner, Houston County is high, along with Kanabec County and Clearwater County.
Many people are testing at home at this point. The state recently closed down its airport testing site. So how accurate of a picture can we get?
I would say hospitalization data has been a metric that seems like it's more reflecting reality.
Sure.
But even that, I would say with increasing immunity and more treatment options, we may not necessarily see hospitalizations go up as much in communities even when there are outbreaks. And the hospitalization data lagged behind. So while that's a more reliable data set looking in the past, it's not necessarily going to give you some good warning. It does seem like wastewater data has tracked fairly well over the last year with cases and hospitalization data. So I would say personally right now, that's what I would go to. If that seems on the rise in your area, I would take some more precautions.
Elisabeth Gawthrop, data journalist from APM Research Lab, thank you for talking with us today.
Thank you so much.
You can find the latest COVID-19 data and sign up for our weekly email newsletter. Go to nprnews.org and scroll all the way to the bottom for a link to that COVID coverage.